EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. To Montgomery to begin the drive.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man running coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Powers through it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Third and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the third play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. On 2nd and 9, Fields. A quick throw, but incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. So nothing doing there. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields. That's caught by his tight end, Trevon Wesco. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
It wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that ball.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation.
Open man, he finds command. Touchdown, Chicago. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Saints nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Past the 20 for a short gain. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's Dalton. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. So Dalton now. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. Another try after the first down sack. Dalton, they'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on third down.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 2nd and 10. And Dalton to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. This one from 46 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a lot. There he goes, left side. He's at the 30. 10, 5. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
A great effort there. 6 66 yards. And the Bears take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Next, the score, Bears 14, Saints nothing.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Forced out to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. To throw is Fields. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Now Fields on third and goal. Touchdown, Bears! Chase Claypool from 4 yards out. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Saints nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now Thomas will come in motion right. Now Dalton with a first and 10. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First and 10 for Dalton. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
For the field goal, a 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. 1 second, all that remains. The final act of the first half. Dalton going deep here for Landry. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Saints 3.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
44. Here you go.
Slot man moves right.
Watch it.
To throw again on second down. Dalton. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From midfield here, Dalton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35.
That's good for the Saints.
Throwing, Dalton. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Dalton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
Partner, I know I'm supposed to really describe what happened there. I'm counting on you for this one. That was one weird play.
Well, what I was going to ask you, in these situations, shouldn't these guys just dive on the football around the goal line rather than try to make a heroic return?
That's what they're taught, but sometimes in the heat of battle, sometimes that heroic stuff comes to the front when you really don't need it.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Play action. It's Fields. Out to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play. to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 18. That's another 6.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Quick slant, that's caught by the 5'11 Landry. He's got room at the 30, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Dalton. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Dalton. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Here's Dalton to throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2 that keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Saints 13.
The Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here you go, can.
So Dalton now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Dalton. A quick one here hauled in by Kamara. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
In motion left here, Landry. Here's Dalton. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. In motion right is Thomas.
We're good.
Dalton. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And it'll be Dalton again. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Dalton wants to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Second and 11 now. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year?
Yo, that's what I do, man. I make these niggas quit. Little dude was alright. Nah, he was garbage. Please send me somebody that can fucking play this game, man. It's your boy Ralph Long Cree in this thing, making these bums quit, as I always do. Yo, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe, and that follow button for your boy. Still making these bum ass niggas quit. Nigga ain't had a heart to end the game. Nigga, you lost. You trash. You garbage. Holla at your boy. Yeah.